Hello, my name is Maggie Davis. I'm the Chief Nurse for University Hospitals in Sussex, and I'm extremely proud to be the Board Safety Champion for Maternity Services.
Most of our team are friends outside of work as well as inside of work. Everyone gets on really well, and that helps them work well.
We cover different sites, other events like the abseiling.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful actually. And a huge crowd came out to watch and support their colleagues jumping, I think it was 450 foot down the I-360 in Brighton. Terrifying, I didn't do it. But everyone had champagne afterwards and just, recovered on the beach. And we also did a fundraising walk of about 26 miles. I think that was about 3 years ago. I was part of that. So it always feels really like a big family that anyone can, it's always open. So if they have these events on or somebody has organised like a picnic, it always feels very open that everyone can join.
It's great, it's a great place to be, really vibrant and young, innovative, and it's a great city, but also obviously I can choose to live outside and still commute in, so yeah, it's great.
I love working and living on the south coast. You've got access to the beach, we've got a lot of midwives and other staff that do a lot of sea swimming. The weather, is obviously a lot better than other parts of the UK. I've got a dog, so we often go walking up on the downs. It's quite a relaxed, flexible sort of environment to live in. You've got a lot of culture, a lot of cafe culture, theatre, comedy. Yeah, it's a great place to live.
So what's really unique about my role as consultant midwife here is that actually it was only about 18 months ago that we had our first consultant midwife role, and I was very honoured to be, to have that role. And actually what's really unique about it is that I am actually a job share with my lovely colleague Jane, and we, at the level that we are as a consultant midwife, we're probably one of the first job shares at this level, and it's just really, it was so well supported in the fact that we had families, and we wanted to obviously work part-time, and we presented ourselves as a job share and we were successful.
We have 4 obstetric services and a large geographical area with community services and a very diverse population. There'll be lots of opportunities for specialist roles and the development of your midwifery career within the Trust.
We are a 9-bedded unit here at the county site. We've got a theatre, we've got recovery areas, high-risk rooms and low-risk rooms. We've got facilities for water births.
The unit at Princess Royal Hospital in Haywards Heath is a sister unit with Brighton, so we come under the same management team. And here on Labour Ward we have a total of 8 rooms. We could use all of those rooms for delivery. 2 of those rooms have pools in.
So here at St Richard's we have 8 birthing rooms, a dedicated bereavement suite, and we have a birthing pool in one of the rooms on Labour Ward.
So here at Worthing Hospital we have 9 birthing rooms. 2 of these rooms have pools in them, so we are able to facilitate water births regularly.
We are really passionate about building an inclusive workforce and promoting and supporting equitable maternity care for all our communities.
My role is Director of Midwifery. It's a brand new role developed in 2021 in response to the Ockenden report. And my role is for the strategic development of the maternity services across University Hospitals Sussex.
I'm one of the delivery suite coordinators. My role involves overseeing a shift, delegating the work, supporting midwives, and then looking after women in labour before and after as well. I also liaise with the multidisciplinary team and talk with the doctors and the rest of the team.
I'm a preceptorship support midwife. I support the Band 5s becoming confident into their new role.
So currently I'm Communications and Social Media Midwife, which was a new role. I think it's the first in the country, and I was put into that role during the start of the pandemic to try and increase the way that we could communicate to families. Information was changing so quickly, so it was a way of getting information out to our families. I love working here because I've always worked here. I've been an NCA, I've been a student midwife here and a midwife. I've worked in many different departments, and I just feel like I trust who I work with. They're my friends. And we also have such an interesting population that we look after. So we have the highest home birth rate, and we have a lot of families who are really interested in their experience and want to take control of their experience. But we also have really complex care, so we have very unwell women and people that come here that need that specialist input. So I think it's a great place to get that range of experiences. You're never going to be bored here. And I don't think I'll ever leave. I'll never go to another trust.
I would describe the culture as very supportive. We have a wonderful team at all levels. So from our cleaners to our directors, everybody knows everybody's name, everybody can go to each other for support. People often anticipate what your needs are, but if not, people are approachable and people are caring. I highly recommend this team. It's a team that we love each other, look after each other, and also support each other in each other's growth and development. Everyone's main focus is looking after women and their families. Everyone's focus is supporting women and their choices to help facilitate safe and individualised care for women and their families. So it's a great team. I couldn't recommend it more.
So I actually did my training as a midwife here. So I was a student midwife for 3 years. And then I became a band 5 midwife. I did that for a year and then became a band 6 midwife. And then I really enjoy education. So I looked for those opportunities and clinical skills facilitator job came up. And so I did that for a couple of years and then got the job as practice development midwife so I can support other midwives who want to progress.
We're really excited to be able to offer new opportunities for midwives here at University Hospital Sussex. As the regional university teaching hospital, we're looking to build more specialised services. An example of that would be our fetal medicine service, which is critical to supporting our neonatal intensive care unit here at the Royal Sussex County Hospital on behalf of babies in Kent, Surrey and Sussex.
Hopefully people will have done their training here, so our students then become our band 5 midwives and they will be able to go into the preceptorship programme, which is a really great programme. It's a year, it's very supportive and there's lots of different study days for people to attend and it is very supportive and we hope that we can then progress to a band 6. And for those midwives, they have their continued professional development, so there are courses like the newborn life support course, things like high risk midwifery, the PSPA course, and people who have special interests quite often contact us and will say, I'm really interested in counselling for bereavement support, and those sorts of things we will support midwives to do.
Student midwives, it needs to be a seamless process for them to becoming band 5s. So it's really important that we nurture them across the country. The retention has been really difficult, and at UHSussex we have got such an amazing team around us that can support band 5s into feeling at home and confident and striving well in their career choice.
Got an annual education programme with a multidisciplinary team, including our obstetric skills drills and fetal monitoring and other midwifery practice too. We've got a team of clinical skills facilitators to support newly qualified midwives, those returning to practice, or maybe those who feel they'd like some support in a specific area. We do this throughout community and hospital. We run workshops internally, but also invite external speakers, such as Baby Lifeline or Optimal Birth. And every year we offer funding for further education, and we really encourage our team to continue their development.
There have been times when I've worked across site, so all midwives would have the opportunity of working across site. They tend to be initially given a base site and then later on within their career they can move across, and that's great because there's so many more opportunities. You get to see so many different types of care. You experience so much more by having the knowledge of what happens on both sites and how they work on both sites. There were circumstances in my life which I needed a little bit more flexibility, and I was really lucky because the management team allowed me to take a step back again to the labour ward coordinator's post, so that again my work-life balance could be a little bit more flexible.
The social media work that I've been doing and the feedback that I've had has been fantastic. I've been managing our Instagram and Facebook and Twitter accounts. And Facebook we've been using, first of all we were doing Facebook Lives and getting our families updated on the current COVID situation, but actually it's grown. So all 3 platforms work in their own way, but we've been sharing birth stories, we've been sharing public health information, safe sleeping advice, linking to antenatal education clips that we were making right at the very beginning of the pandemic. So different midwives were videoing on their iPhone at home little clips for our families because they'd lost their antenatal classes overnight. So this was a way of trying to keep supporting them and reassuring them. It was a lonely time for first-time parents especially. We've had 2 huge changes really in the last year. We've had the introduction of badger notes. So all of our pregnant women and people, they now have a digital maternity record, which is, it's really given them back the power over their information, but also helped all of their care to be joined up, so all health professionals can see their care, see the narrative of their care. So that's a huge change. And then also we've had innovations such as Card Medic. So this is about including all of our families, so those whose first language is not English. Is really useful it's like a translation tool. It also has sign language on it. And we are a beacon department, so in our trust, we're the first trust to use Card Medic, but also maternity is the beacon department for using it, which has been incredible because we have quite a diverse population, so it's important that we're meeting everyone's needs.
I am extremely proud of all our maternity and midwifery teams here at our trust. We have busy units, but our teams and our people are dedicated to making sure that everyone's care is individual and experienced as they deserve. I would love for you to come and join our amazing maternity teams at UHSussex.